Hi folks, welcome back to my world of tanks with the mighty Jingles. It's replay roundup time again, and probably will be for the next 3 or 4 days. Still have 150 of your emails left to look at for the replay contest, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm hoping within 4 or 5 days to be in a position where I can start showing you the videos from the shortlists before we lead off with the winners. So at the moment, here we are on Hemelsdorf. It's a Tier 6 encounter battle with ex-Soldier 1007 platooned up with his friend T-Bob in their Easy 8 Shermans, one of the 2 American Tier 6 medium tanks, the other one of course being the Sherman Jumbo, with the Sherman Jumbo having the armour and the Easy 8 sacrificing armour for mobility. Both comparable in firepower, however. They both can carry this really good 76mm M1A2 gun. But first things first, let's see which light tank wins the race to get himself killed. My money's on the M5. Any of the M5, there's 3 of them. Oh, and there goes ours. Yep, it looks like our M5 is going to win the suicide lottery. Congratulations. Oh, and it looks like their M5 is going to come second, so it must be M5 day. There you go, their M5 committing suicide by Sherman. Now here come their heavies, and the enemy team do have the heavy tanks, we have the mediums, and you'd think that they would have the advantage on the top of the hill. That M6 there does have the 90mm gun, but the KV-1S behind him is just not doing much of anything. So T-Bob and ex-Soldier concentrate their firepower on the M6 and give him a good pounding, force him to back off. And with 2 Easy 8 shooting at you with the rate of fire of this gun, you can take a lot of damage in a very short space of time. So they've just forced that KV-1S back because he's using the U11 howitzer and he has a monstrously slow rate of fire. And now they're going to concentrate their fire back on that M6, who was left to his fate. And the M6 didn't have much of a chance there because there's T28 and another M5 and M3 Lee sweeping around in his side. Now it's just a question of finishing off this KV-1S, and even artillery's getting stuck in here. Now ex-Soldier needs to be careful here because that howitzer can cause a lot of damage into the lightly armoured side of a Sherman Easy 8. But it's no problem. And there's kill number 3. Now they've taken the hill, and it is important that you take the hill on Hemelsdorf because it allows you to outflank the enemy team and put them on the back foot, keep them defensive. They've totally routed the enemy team here. You can see their artillery's making a run for it. And they're winning 8-3. And they've basically hustled the entire enemy team into this top corner of the map. Unlucky not to kill that priest. T-Bob's going for it though. T-Bob does take a bit of a chance here. He comes charging around the corner, and that priest could be waiting for him to come round, but he just doesn't care. Matilda Black Prince here paying absolutely no attention to the map. Total tunnel vision here, just concentrating on what's in front of him. He's going to pay the price for that. So they split up here. T-Bob goes after the Hetzer, who's trying to fight off that M10. And ex-Soldier goes after the remaining big guns. Another Easy 8 and an M18 Hellcat. But that Easy 8's taken a savage kicking. And bang, there's kill number 5. And ex-Soldier takes his first real piece of damage here from that M18. Artillery takes a shot, but it doesn't even penetrate his armour. Now the M18's the only one left. Ram him. He's not going to be able to do enough damage to take us out before we clean his clock. And there you go. 6 kills. 7 kills for the platoon. Tier 6 encounter game on Hemelsdorf, where the enemy team definitely had the balance of the heavier tanks and tank destroyers, but our team had the mobility. And sometimes mobility is exactly what you need, especially if you've got a platoon of really good mid-tier medium tanks like the Sherman Easy 8. Well, in our previous game we saw a mostly stock KV-1S getting its ass kicked. This time we're going to see a mostly stock KV-1S being the ass kicker. This is Rarix, and like the KV-1S with the U11 howitzer in the previous game on Hemelsdorf, Rarix only has the 85mm gun. He also doesn't have the 122mm tank cannon, which basically means that you're effectively just a T-34-85 with slightly more armour, but a bigger target, easier to hit, and a lot slower. However, those 122mm guns don't grow on trees. You have to earn them the hard way. Now, I have to confess, what we see Rarix doing here at the start is not the smartest of move. And I'm sure you'll agree. The KV-1S has 100mm of armour at the front of the hull and the turret. So why on earth would you do this? Why give them your side? But you know, he doesn't... There we go, that's better. Now he's angled his armour. He's putting his... That's much, much better. And you'll see that as soon as he does this, he's getting hit. He is going to take some damage. But the majority of the shots coming back this way are either bouncing off his armour or they're being absorbed by his tracks. Now he does take some damage. But these guys are all 300 metres away. And even that T-150 firing back at him is mostly stock. He probably only has the 85mm gun too. He certainly doesn't have the upgraded turret from the 107mm. Okay, that's forced them back. And the team's doing well. Even though Rarix doesn't have a kill himself yet, we've nailed 5 of the enemy tanks. And all we've lost is a Hellcat. No, not a Hellcat, a Hetzer. So that's a fairly good exchange. And we pretty much know where the enemy team is. We've spotted nearly all of them down here. So while ideally you want to be using the 122mm tank gun on the KV-1S, you don't get it with the tank, you have to earn it. This is the gun you want to be using on your way up to the 122mm. Now we're going to run into a few KV-1Ss that do have the 122mm gun. And Rarix is going to get incredibly lucky here. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pull back to an external camera view so I can see exactly what happens. And slow things down. So there's a KV-1S with the big gun. We have 387 health. That gun does an average of 390. Rarix gets the first shot. No, he doesn't. It was the ELC that allowed us to get the killing blow into that guy before he could get the kill, and he would have gotten the killing blow into us. So thank you, Mr. ELC driver. And there's our first kill. So that was a little bit of luck there. Now remember that T-150 that's on the other side of that building? He doesn't have an awful lot of health. And he doesn't have the 107mm gun. So this is going to be quite an even fight. He's also got his back to us, which helps. Now that KV-1, he's going to go for the ELC, which allows us to finish him off too. That T-150's tracked, not a problem. Our KV-1 finishes him off. And both ourselves and the ELC survive and nail the other KV-1. And now this is a gift. Coming around a corner and finding one of the best tanks on the enemy team with his side to us. Yes, please. Yeah, we'll have some of that. Now there's another KV-1S, and he also has the 122mm gun. And he's bringing it round. But we're faster on the trigger than he is. And all we have left now is... well, they don't have an ELC and an artillery anymore, they've just lost the ELC. Now it's just artillery. So who's going to get the kill? There he is. Everybody's falling over themselves to get around there and kill him first. Yeah, I don't think Rarix is getting this one. That ELC looks like he means business. So not a bad performance from a mostly stock KV-1S. I mean, sure, he made some mistakes. But, you know, it's learning from the mistakes. That's what makes people good tankers. You never want to be turning the side of this tank onto enemy guns, regardless of the range that they're firing at, if you can possibly help it. Your best armour is at the front. Even the frontal armour of the KV-1S isn't that good unless you angle it. And yeah, he had a little bit of a derp moment at the beginning where he gave his side to all of those enemy guns, but the second he took a hit, he immediately realised what he was doing wrong, and he fixed the problem. And he did get a little bit of luck there, but yeah, you can't be too critical. Rarix obviously is learning the game. This is not a fully upgraded KV-1S. This is one of the best games he's had in one of the best tanks he has access to, and it's not even fully upgraded. So, well done, Rarix. You know, it was a decent game. You're showing a lot of promise. Stick at it. You can only get better. Well done. Well, let's wrap things up with a tank destroyer replay. It's the Su-85. Actually, it's two Su-85s. It's an Su-85 platoon. It's General Hospital. And it's my Jelly, his platoon mate, both in their Su-85, Russian Tier 5 tank destroyer. Great machine. I loved it when it had the 107mm gun in patch 7.3. I'm not sure, I can't remember which patch removed the 107mm. Might have been 7.5, I don't know. I'm sure at least 30 people will point it out in the comments. And then I'll edit this out to make myself look clever. But it's just as good. Oh, no, I won't. But back to the Su-85. It's just as good with this 85mm gun, which a lot of people could argue is the gun that it should have been using all the time anyway, because, you know, it's called the Su-85. But it's a really good 85mm gun, and it's pretty much the same gun that you get on the T-34, the T-34-85. It's the best gun to use while grinding the KV-1S, in my opinion anyway, until you get the 122mm gun on the KV-1S, but, well, here we go. There's a T-28. This is really going to hurt. Yeah. There's a first kill. Not bad at all. Oh, now, see that Churchill? Yeah, he's going to give us problems. This M8, on the other hand, not so much. So, we've got 2 kills, it's my Jelly's got 1. Looking pretty good. And of course there's no artillery in this game, so while it looks like General Hospital here is being a little reckless with his positioning, actually these tanks he's shooting at are 320 or more meters away, and they can't see him, he's too far away. He can see them, because he has tanks further forward, who are doing the spotting for him. So while this does look like, you know, a silly place to be sitting in a tank destroyer, it's actually quite smart. Of course, it's only smart if you know nobody is spotting you. And that's why he's backing up, getting some distance between himself and any... Churchill. Okay, now you have been spotted. However, what is that T-50 doing? Just drove in front of a Churchill and stopped. Well, that puts us ahead on the scores again. But the ineptitude of that T-50 driver... There we go. What the hell was he thinking? So it's 6-6. Well, here comes everybody's favourite tank, the M3 Lee. Who's going to kill him? Okay, that's bad news. General Hospital's doing exactly the right thing. 67 damage hit. That was the Churchill. That's what the Churchill's gun does. But if you stick around and let the Churchill carry on doing that, that damage piles up really, really quickly. It's got a ridiculously quick rate of fire. We know he's down there somewhere because he was shooting at us, but we cannot see him. And if he can see us, the rest of the team can see us. It's my Jelly gets... Oh, it's my Jelly killed the Lee. So he's up to 2 kills, we've got 3. Come on, little M7. Oh yeah. However, yep, he's firing back. Let's not stick around, because if he can see us, the rest of the team can see us. So what General Hospital and It's My Jelly are doing now is they're doing the old bait and switch. Or they're going to, once General Hospital gets into position. You can see It's My Jelly over there, and he's, at the moment, got the attention of all of these tanks. They're all shooting at him, and this M4 Sherman driver, Pororo, on top of the hill. So General Hospital is going to take advantage of that.
That's gotta hurt.
Yep, that's going to leave a mark. It's My Jelly levels the scores. They're on 3 kills each now. KB1's backing off into cover. They're all still trying to kill It's My Jelly, and as long as they're doing that, they're just making it easy for General Hospital.
That's gotta hurt. Got him.
Yeah, they're not looking so clever now, are they? Oh, that was unlucky. And of course, because these guys are platooned, they're talking to each other. The Sherman kills the M7. And there's that Churchill. So they're having a quick discussion with each other here about the best way to go down and get that Churchill. Now, there are 2 mediums who are trying to cap, but there's a heavy, and we can't see him on the map. There's a medium gone around there to deal with them as well. And we just lost the Panzer III. We're going to lose the other one. So we're coming up with a plan here for getting rid of that Churchill. Now, if you watch the map, you'll see It's My Jelly and Pororo in the M4 Sherman making a move as well. And it's the old bait and switch again. Spot him, get his attention, distract him, the other one kills him. They know he's down here somewhere. It's Churchill, he can't move that quickly. There he is. Oh, hello. And he doesn't hang around to get a second shot. He waits for him to turn his turret, he gets into cover. It's My Jelly nails him. Perfect. Great teamwork. They knew where he was going to be. He's a Churchill. The best speed he can do is something like 27 kilometers per hour. Great little bait and switch there. And now suddenly the only ones left on the enemy team are, what is that, a T-50 and a Panzer IV with 1 kill between them. And there's the Panzer... Oh, it's a Panzer III IV. And we have a shot.
Enemy armor is hit.
He's going to finish him off. Oh, shot went high. Come on, Sherman. Yep, Pororo got him. Can Pororo get the T-50 as well? He's certainly in position to do it. That would be cool if he could get... If we could have 4 kills each. 12 kills for the 3 remaining tanks on the friendly team. Go on, Pororo. Oh, It's My Jelly ninjas that kill. And there we go. A great little game. Some fantastic teamwork. Not just in the platoon, which you'd expect to see in a good platoon, because, you know, these guys are obviously talking to each other while they're playing. But also a random teammate, Pororo there in the M4 Sherman, working really, really well with a couple of Su-85s. So, well done, everyone. And that brings tonight's replay roundup to a close. I hope you enjoyed the games. I mean, I'm trying to keep as wide a selection as possible, keep you all entertained. The replay contest, I have 150 of your emails left to look at. I took a bit of a break today. I hope to be in a position to start showcasing the shortlist entries in about 3 or 4 days. I'm going to try and get through 50 of your emails a day over the course of the next 3 days, and then start showing you the shortlisters, followed by announcing the winners. So fingers crossed. I hope I can crack on with that, but you know now I've said that's what I'm going to do. Something's going to happen, and it'll get delayed again. But definitely this coming week we're going to be in a position to start showing you some of the winners. So yeah, there's going to be some gold given away. As always, take care on the battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.